A no commentary version of this run can be found in the pinned comment in the comments section below. This video is intended as a game walkthrough. It is not a speedrun. All strategies in this video were made for efficiency and success rate. Please watch the entire video and listen carefully to the commentary before trying any of these strategies for yourself. Hello everyone. This is a no damage playthrough of Dino Crisis 2 on hard difficulty.
1 year has passed since the third energy incident. Dr. Kirk's research on third energy has been taken over by a government agency, and massive research has begun at a base somewhere in the Midwest. However, in their pursuit of immediate results, they have failed to take the necessary precautions, and once again, an accident has occurred. This time, the entire research base, military institution, and a small town close by have disappeared. In their place, there now lies a jungle from another time.
May 10th, 2010. I'm about to step through a gate into another time. Or maybe it's another world. I'm being sent in with other members of TRAT. Our mission? To rescue 1,300 survivors and collect data on the Third Energy Project.
Hey Sarge, where do you want this? Did you organize a transmission on this GPS? There's something wrong. Hey. Huh?
So, this is the Cretaceous way of welcoming guests, huh? Not exactly the red carpet treatment.
There's no response.
I'm pretty sure my team's all right. There's more than 1,000 survivors. Let's get moving. Now, hold on. What was your name again? Hey!
The ivy is wrapped around the door. It won't open. Let's try the door over there.
Oh, come on. Didn't they teach you how to open a door at SORT training? Here, I'll show you. Watch this.
Yeah. That weapon definitely suits a TRAT member. But I prefer to go in this way. See ya, Mr. Barbarian.
Hey, The name's Dylan. Call me that when you need some help, okay?
So first up, this is not an S-rank run, unfortunately, because I went 30 minutes over time. Rank is solely determined by time. So for these first two rooms over here, we're going to need to get a... We're going to need to kill at least 10 Velociraptors. We don't need to get like a combo. I just shoot the first Velociraptor to get it out of the way, and then I go all the way over to the ladder. But before I trigger the last camera angle is when I spin around and shoot them all. And so I killed 3, and then obviously it's beneficial to get combos because, you know, you get like a few more points if you do, but it's not a deal breaker if you can't. Because trying to get combos and maintain combos is frankly kind of BS in this game. The best damages you can possibly get, especially very early game, before you even have the EPS silver card, is just going to be off of no damage. Like getting no damage bonuses every room. For the base Velociraptors and the Oviraptors, you will get 2,000 no damage bonus for killing 5 enemies, and 10 Velociraptors will get you 6,000 no damage bonus. And it's just easier to do in some rooms. Any other time, I'm just going to not go through the trouble, and I'm just going to use the shotgun to mow through all of them. But ideally, I don't want to kill them. I'm just going to use the shotgun to knock them over and run by them. For Velociraptors, the game will never have more than 3 Velociraptors spawned in a room at the same time, so just using a shotgun shell to knock them over is ideal. Or sometimes doing ledge cheesing like I did there. I just kind of climbed and I had full iframes and the Velociraptor jumped down off the cliff like an idiot. So before I trigger the last camera angle here, I'm just going to spin around and kill the 2 Velociraptors that were following me earlier. And then trigger this camera angle again. Nothing is going to spawn next to the shutter on this camera angle while I'm running towards it. So I got 3 so far, and I'm going to run this way. I could already hear 2 more of them running towards me. So I'm just shooting at them off camera. It's kind of best to just stick with the 2,000 no damage bonus for this room.
Hey! Who are you? Are you one of the survivors? Don't run away! Come out! We came here to rescue you!
So there's the first Dino file, Velociraptor. Also, this run is done in segments, by the way. Just gonna buy more shotgun shells in order to make it easier to keep knocking down Velociraptors without killing them. Loading up part 2. From this water tower over here, we're going to go up to the part where we can first play as Regina. This is the second room in which we're going to kill 10 Velociraptors. So there's 2 raptors right there, then one's going to spawn in front of us. This other one is behind me, but he's going to get body blocked by his friend. If we keep going in and out of this camera angle, we're going to keep spawning raptors. There's like a limit to the number of velociraptors you can actually spawn by coming in and out of a camera angle, because the game is actively trying to prevent you from getting a combo, but it's not going to stop you from getting a no damage bonus. So when going for the no damage bonuses, it's always best to just use the shotgun to knock them over and go to like the second to last camera angle or the last camera angle in specific rooms, and then head back the opposite direction in order to shoot them. But more often than not, going towards the gates in this room will spawn like 2, 3 more behind you. Decided to get a little bit more of a combo because even a few more points to get more shotgun shells is always handy. One raptor kill is always going to get you like the equivalent of 10 shotgun shells. So just using the shotgun to knock these guys over again, and while they're getting up, we are already a mile ahead of them. We're not even going to stop to shoot these guys because this is actually a pretty bad room to be farming enemies in because of where the velociraptors spawn. Man, the audio balancing in this game is terrible. I have no idea what Dylan said. So while the T-Rex is busy knocking over containers, we're just going to climb up the ladders and just run around him. Once we get off of this metal platform over here, trigger this cutscene. Once we come in here, we're going to get the Dino file for the Tyrannosaurus on the table here, because if we wait to grab it, then it's going to be a bigger pain in the ass, because this room is going to repopulate with infinite velociraptors later. I don't pick up like every single file, but I pick up enough files. Got the key plate over here. We don't got to worry about reloading yet, because the next time we play Dylan, we'll start off right next to a save point. When you come out of this room, there's always going to be a very high chance there's going to be velociraptors. Sometimes there's a third velociraptor hiding around the corner over here, so I readied my gun just in case. This is also a horrible room for farming. Just like, don't bother. Just knock them over and leave. When I say a room is a horrible room for farming, it depends on where the dinos spawn in that room. And if they spawn at a point where there's like one ahead of you, one to your right, one behind you, it's a pain in the ass. So if you're going to farm for no damage bonuses, it's always better to do it in a room where you can actually manipulate the spawns so that they will be always in front of you and always in a safe position. Specifically in the 2 rooms from before.
You have inserted an incorrect key. Trespasser confirmed. This room will be locked.
Somebody answer me. David. Regina. Over.
This is Regina. Over.
Regina, I'm trapped. I'm at the military facility. I need your help. Over.
Did you swing your precious machete around? Well, I guess I can help you out. Over.
Good. Okay. I'll put a key in front of the door as a mark. Don't let me down. Over and out.
So upon taking control of Regina, I run back to the boat and save my game. So a little exposition. I actually was pretty far along in 2 other no damage runs until I realized precisely how much time I was pissing away by trying to grind a single no damage from every single room. Until another user named Nazareno popped up in my Twitch chat and told me that he was working on a no save, no damage run, and shared with me some of his route notes. So I decided to restart my own run after that. Shoutouts to Nazareno, because if he hadn't shown up, then I'm pretty sure that this video would be a lot more boring. So after we pop these velociraptors, we can just use the handgun really to just like sort of turn off the velociraptors, so to speak. Also, don't do what I did and spin around and shoot these guys, because getting the no damage bonus here is absolutely not worth it. But yeah, I decided I was way too lazy for a no save, no damage run of this game. Just simply because of the RNG where the velociraptors can spawn, the RNG of certain enemies, this, that, and the other. So I'm just sticking to segmented. What you see is what you get. So after we climb the ladder here, we're gonna quick turn. Don't worry about the Allosaurus. It's actually better that we don't shoot the Allosaurus, because if we do shoot the Allosaurus and we kill him, then the room is going to repopulate with pterodactyls. And pterodactyls are way, way, way harder to dodge. Well, pteranodons rather, I guess. I don't know, maybe we should use the stun baton there or not, but Regina's handgun is really only good for like temporarily stopping the enemy's attack for you to run by. It is not particularly high powered.
Grab my hand! Who art? Listen, young lady, I don't want to do this to you, but you've left me no other choice.
So after this cutscene, we'll buy the firewall, which is going to be necessary to get over to where Dylan is. Then we're going to save the game, just to avoid some of the other RNG for later. So I got a reasonably good spawn pattern here. These Velociraptors just decided to... Well, the one Velociraptor decided not to attack, and the other Velociraptor decided to jump down. I don't really know how often Raptors in Dino Crisis 2 do their tail whip attack. Because you're severely under-equipped in Dino Crisis 1, Velociraptors tend to be a lot more intimidating. I shot that Velociraptor there, and while he was busy spinning around, his friend just got body blocked by him. So for this room with the poisonous plants, I'm trying to leave one plant alive, but I'm gonna burn the rest of the plants so that I can get a very small combo bonus. The firewall shoots out in front and to the sides. I know that I can kill the two plants over here, like in one shot, if I wanted to, but I just wanted to guarantee that I would destroy the plants without getting hit, and if I went between them, there was a very high chance that I would get hit. And the idea behind no damage is to, of course, not get hit. So the reason why I am leaving one plant alive, at least one plant alive in every room, is because the area will still be poisonous and Velociraptors will not spawn in the area later. If I killed every single plant, then Velociraptors would start to nest in the area, so can't have that. Man, who are these kids, and why did they come straight out of Tron? You know, I'm still not even sure that I understand the plot of Dino Crisis 2. But at least in that room and in this room, we don't gotta worry about any extra Velociraptor spawns. Because there's shit moving around in the background, there's cutscenes. And once we enter the military complex, there's going to be some pterodactyls, and there's really nothing that we can do to avoid getting damaged aside from zigzag and pray that they don't hit us. Enter the area where Dylan is trapped. Take the key plate. Then we're going to head back towards the save room where we got said key plate to begin with. There's going to be Velociraptors in here. was able to avoid getting headbutted by the first one. And in this room, since dinosaurs do not respawn, I'm just sort of standing my ground, killing them as they come along. Fortunately, there was only one Velociraptor. We're gonna swap out the firewall for the stun gun, the large stun gun. Short the door, open it up. Then we're gonna use the key plate and get the red key, or the blue key plate rather. Then we're gonna go use that to save Dylan. Man, I should have absolutely got hit here. What the hell was that? Past Carcy, how did you do that?
Hey, what took you so long?
Nice to see you, too. You owe me one. I found a young female survivor. But she was uncooperative. I locked her up in the control shack. I'll take her back to the ship. You go on ahead. I'll meet you there. Just try to relax. What is wrong with you? You're a survivor, right? Please, we're here to help. What's your name? Where are all the others? Where's your family?
Regina. You better come and see this.
Who trashed the place?
It wasn't dinosaurs. Someone must have got in here and destroyed all the computers.
The activator for the gate is broken too. We can't get back to our own time.
It must have been those people with the helmets.
They also damaged the engine activator. We can't even move our ship.
Okay. We'll have to look for something in this world in order to get us back to our original time. And we have to find parts for the ship, too.
Hey. Before you go, handcuff the girl so she won't run away. There's a facility we haven't gone to yet. You gotta check it out.
Right. Calm down. I'm here to help you. Just calm down. Look, I have to make sure you don't escape. Trust me. Hey. What are you doing? Stop it. What's the matter?
So now we're back to controlling Dylan. We're going to start by reloading the shotgun again. And also reloading our firewall. The firewall is actually going to come in handy in some places. I'm not buying the solid cannon here because I need to save up my points for the next time we control Regina. And besides that, if I use the solid cannon and I start to kill oviraptors, then it's going to make dealing with the oviraptors significantly more difficult because they'll start to spawn in unmanageable and unpredictable positions. So Dylan doesn't have the stun gun. We're going to move to the right, which was blocked off with crates for some weird reason earlier. Allosaurus is just going to follow us up that way. We're just going to run around him. There's a key card right here, which is completely hidden. I actually don't remember how that key card is supposed to be found. I think you read about it in a file like close to where you're supposed to use it, and then you're forced to run all the way back over here to look for the key card. I don't know, it's pretty obtuse. I picked up this game for the sole purpose of speedrunning it when I first played it, because it's just that sort of completionist mentality, I guess, that I just wanted to do all the Capcom survival horror games on PS1. We're gonna get another 10 Velociraptors over here. So of course the only reason I know about that key card is because I saw it in the speedrun. It's like, oh hey, he picks up a key card there. So we're just gonna keep triggering the same camera angle over and over again, because the Velociraptors are exactly manageable between these two camera angles here. Another 6,000 no damage bonus. Try not to fire off too many shots as usual. Tyrannosaurus is walking around in the background, scaring away all the Velociraptors, so none of them are going to pop out at us. Now we're going to climb down. Closer to the water tower, same dealio. These Velociraptors are going to jump down, and I just cheese the fuck out of all of them by simply climbing up the ladder. So in case you're wondering, like you've never seen Dino Crisis 2 before, and I would imagine a lot of people who are watching this video have not, Dino Crisis 2 is very much meant to be closer to like a sort of action arcade sort of experience. Gonna recharge my shotgun here. Not even gonna save quite so soon. The next time we're going to save is in the room where Regina first held Paula captive. The girl's name is Paula. But, you know, the original Dino Crisis was very much a survival horror game, but this is more of like a run and gun with tank controls. There's a lot of drama, a lot of suspense, but, you know, this is hardly a scary game. Those two velociraptors spawned further down the way, which I was not heading in any direction. I missed the door opening trigger, and really I just wanted to shoot these guys just to guarantee that I would have extra ammo later. 3 raptors, 36 shotgun shells. It only takes like, what, 5-6 shotgun shells in order to be able to kill all of them. No reason for me not to. Man, I lucked out. I just decided to wax all these guys. Gotta make sure that once we get on this screen, all of them are dead. Then we'll go ahead and chop the vines off of the door and head to the save room. Save our game one more time. In general, I would probably say that ammo upgrades, specifically in a no damage run, aren't really worth it. Really, in the game in general, I don't think they're that worth it, except for the one-hit kill weapons, like the high-powered one-hit kill weapons, like pretty late in the game. I get 1 ammo upgrade for the AT rifle. I'd say that's about the only upgrade that I actually needed. So these Oviraptors are among the more annoying enemies because they can just sort of hit you whenever they feel like it. Best thing that I could do was just sort of get out of the way. I go for a 10 kill in here. So I can get another 6,000 points. I'm going the long way around because I wanted to go ahead and close these doors to prepare for the untitled compy game scenario. Just go ahead and do the prep and get him to go specifically in a specific place. But really, we're just closing up everything except the one door that leads to the hallway from the room we were just in. So it gives him no choice but to go into that room, which is exactly where we want him to go.
Hey! That's mine!
So Compy is a piece of shit, but it's possible to manipulate him to go the same way every time. By simply paying attention to where he like stops, and then you just try to move in the opposite direction. But whenever he hides in the shrubbery over here, whenever you slash him out, he's always going to try to run towards the far room on the left. He's busy being an obnoxious little shitter. You know, I actually kind of wonder if leaving the middle door there open and closing the door on the far right over here would actually get the Compy to go into the other room a little easier. That might be worth checking out sometime. So now the Compy is stuck in the room with us, and gotta run around, look for him. Still looking for him. Where is he? There he is. He was hiding under there. Now he's gonna hide in here. I would argue that this section is a pretty good case for not speedrunning this game. But nah, the actual speedrun for this is actually pretty fun. So upon coming out of the room there's going to be Oviraptors. I just start shooting immediately as soon as I come around the corner, just in case an Oviraptor spawns between myself and the keycard slot. And then after I use the keycard, I hit R1 a couple more times just to see if there are any more Oviraptors spawned. Because within 1-2 seconds after using the keycard, if there were any more Oviraptors spawned, then they would have already come around the corner by then. Or I would have heard them. Oviraptors are just fast and annoying. So once we come out of the room here, we're going to just start shooting immediately. Because there's always going to be 1, 2, yeah. And then once we get to the door here, we can spin around and just start shooting immediately. As long as we don't hit the camera, as long as we don't trigger any camera angles, no more Oviraptors will spawn. Doing so here will be the safest way to deal with this room. Just going ahead and shooting those guys just to get them all out of the way, make them more manageable. I don't even care about getting a 10 combo from this room, because I already have enough. Points. Well, okay, never mind. I guess I did care a little too much. There was no reason for me to get like that 6,000 points, but I just sort of decided to. Then we're going to run right back across and save our game again. So after grabbing the part for the boat, we gotta run all the way back to the boat. This game has a lot of backtracking, which appears to be for the sole purpose of padding overall gameplay. So one thing to note with the velociraptors coming out of the bushes is you want to try to stay away from any area where the velociraptors are going to land if you know where they are going to come from and you know where they can just like shoot out and land, because they will cause damage while they're doing that. No velociraptors to deal with here either, because still left the poisonous plants. Still got these guys to worry about here too. But as per usual, just gonna knock them aside and run away. Trying not to kill any velociraptors because all three of them just spawned right in front of me. So, very advantageous. But because I killed one, I still have my gun raised, anticipating another one popping out of the bushes somewhere. There was like one more place that they could be expected to pop out of. One velociraptor spawned, 2, 3. Number 3 is just running around in circles like an idiot. So we're just gonna knock him down and run away. Hopefully the velociraptors don't go into full charge mode, but I think they only do that as long as they have like a straight line trajectory going towards you. All three are behind. They're going to be hindered by jumping down the ladder. So forget that. We going. Allosaurus is going to jump up, but we have to move backwards while Allosaurus is jumping up, because obviously he'll cause damage if we are in his path when he jumps up. But it always takes Allosaurus a while, like a lot longer than the velociraptors, before he decides to jump down. Safest way for dealing with this Allosaurus, especially when he doesn't spawn on top of the boxes, is to just climb on top of the boxes and get him to jump up. Because, once again, gotta remember, Allosaurus takes a while to do anything. He's big, and he's intimidating, and he's got a wide hitbox, but he's slow, so you gotta take advantage of that. After that, we're getting ready for one of the more difficult parts to clear without taking damage.
She's gone.
Yeah, I can see that. You know what else is weird? I've checked the stats on all the residents and soldiers, but I couldn't find any profile fitting her description. It's like she doesn't exist.
Well, I was thinking, maybe she's not one of the survivors at all. What if those helmet people are from a completely different time than ours?
What?
Never mind. We found parts that might help fix the ship. But what matters now is we still haven't found any survivors or helpful data, so we must move on and search elsewhere.
This control panel is programmed to search for the areas where we can dock. Use it.
Right.
So then we're going to operate the control panel and go to the third energy facility.
We're surrounded.
Don't worry. I'll take care of this.
The game stops you before you exit the door to go fight the plesiosaurus and pterodactyls. So then we're going to buy the EPS silver card. Well, you can here if you want to. I actually prefer to buy the EPS silver card here. Upon realizing that it could actually be beneficial for this area to do so. Cuts down on the diminishing returns needed to be able to offset the loss of buying the card too early, or buying the card as early as now. So on hard difficulty, it's been said that this section is impossible to do no damage, but it actually is not impossible to do no damage because all you have to do is aim for the head. I actually recommend using the analog stick here. If you're playing on PC version, of course, you're not going to have any such option. By the way, in case you're wondering where I get all these old games, look on eBay. eBay. I can't say it enough. But Carci, eBay is rife with scams. eBay. So you gotta hit like the very tip top of the Plesiosaurus's hitboxes. I can't really say a whole lot aside from just use the analog stick. And maybe try to have the cursor hovering above their heads and just sort of like move it down. But as long as you're not like hitting their necks, then you'll get the one-hit kill pretty easy. When the danger thing flashes, it basically means you gotta kill that one pretty much immediately.
We're almost there. Keep it up.
Otherwise, you're going to take damage. Fortunately, the damage indicators tell you exactly how much time you have before you are about to get hit. This one isn't horrendously difficult to get no damage on, but it is a very hefty bonus you're missing out on for not getting no damage in this room. Like a really hefty bonus. So I would absolutely recommend it. The pterodactyls will tend to come at you slower than the plesiosauruses.
Around the arcades much?
So if you're aware of what's off screen at a time, you can use that to prioritize what to shoot a little easier. Wait a minute. Did I take damage? Should I have gotten a no damage bonus there? No, I definitely didn't take damage. I guess you don't get a no damage bonus in that room. Yeah, you just get like You just get like 50,000 points, I guess. I don't know why I thought that the 50,000 points that I got in that room was a no damage bonus. My bad. Anyway, no, it's just for killing the dinosaurs. Sorry, false alarm. We actually did not take any damage in there. But anyway, gonna buy the heavy machine gun for Regina and also buy the EPS card. Okay, actually Nazareno is in chat and he is informing me that there is not a no damage bonus in any of the scrolling shooter sections. So either of the Plesiosaurus section or the tank minigame or the Triceratops Jeep sequence, you won't be getting any no damage bonuses in any of those. So because we have the EPS card, we're going to run around and kill a bunch of Plesiosauruses. We're going to kill as many as the game will allow us to, because there actually is a finite number of them. And in the first room, you can get a maximum combo of 25, I think. It's either 22 or 25. But they die to 2 heavy machine gun shots. Heavy machine gun for these guys is quick, powerful, easy, and you just sort of like slow down your shots, just slow your roll, like boom, boom. And if it's not dead, then make a third boom happen with L1 and square. So I'm running around a few times. There's no more spawning in. And with that, I chose to run back and save my game. Nazareno says, the difference in points is visible though. You get 30 to 40k more points without damage. Interesting. So it doesn't display a no damage bonus, but you actually do get a lot more points for not taking any damage on these sections. Pretty interesting. So yeah, as you can see, I'm doing like a lot of save scumming here. Just little by little comboing every room because the Plesiosauruses are just so many points. Like so many points. And seriously, getting every single Plesiosaurus combo is going to be more than enough points for the rest of the game that you never have to go out of your way to farm points. You actually get the no damage bonus in the David scenario, but not the Triceratops one. That's really inconsistent and really weird. Sure, okay. Good to know. Yeah, in case you weren't aware, I actually have not done too terribly much with Dino Crisis 2, so I don't really know too terribly much about the game. At the risk of sounding incompetent, but that's okay. So on the return trip to this room, it's only 16 plesiosaurs. So now we're going to save the game again. But in total, before we go to the underwater sequence, there's going to be 6 opportunities to farm plesiosaurs. I feel like I should have bought the dual SMGs here as well, because that would have actually helped tremendously for getting around the pterodactyls. So because we already got the max number of plesiosaurus kills in this room for now, we can actually come back later in the game and farm some more, which I actually do. Because we got the max number of kills, we don't got to worry about like any more of them spawning. But we still got to farm the crap out of this room, which I will proceed to demonstrate. By generally staying in these two camera angles is probably the safest, because the plesiosauruses are they're just gonna keep popping out, but I don't think they can actually like hit you quite so easy because of how the room is laid out, all the platforms and some such. But you can see like the no damage bonus in all of these rooms is absolutely fucking massive. Especially when the game just gives you like a 25 combo. Now that I'm coming in and out of these camera angles and no more of them are spawning, gonna GTFO. Head back to the save room and proceed to do it all over again. We're gonna go for round 4, farming plesiosaurs now. Got about 160 machine gun rounds left, so probably gonna be under 100 by the time we're done. For the second pass through this room, I think the max combo is like 20. Sometimes it can be 16, sometimes it can be 22. Pretty inconsistent. But no matter what, there's always going to be a set number. Man, I am so glad farming plesiosaurs here doesn't replace them all with something fucking bullshit like pterodactyls. Alright, well that's done too. And now we're going to run all the way back and save because the room after this is going to be pterodactyls. I don't even know what the difference is between a pterodactyl and a pteranodon. But pterodactyl implies something different about like the wings or like the toes. These dinosaurs, man. When I was a kid, they didn't even have feathers. But because pterodactyls in general are just absolutely fucking bullshit in this game, the only option that I really have for getting around them consistently without taking any damage is to run around them, maybe shoot a couple of them in hopes that I don't take any damage. I don't even know. I can't find a consistent method. The submachine gun, Regina's submachine guns seem to be the only weapon that is even moderately useful against them. Because you can aim up at them while moving. So running around there, that was all luck. And in here, there's a dino file. One of 2 dino files in the area. One of which that I forgot until I decided to go back late game in order to get it. Had to get lucky here too. But I'm pretty sure you can run straight for this door from that gate and still be good. Now we're back in the room, back in A room with plesiosaurs. Because this is the first pass, gotta take them all out. Because this is where the big bonus is. We gotta stay out of that camera angle where we're coming off of that boat, because that camera angle coming off of that boat is absolutely no bueno for trying to shoot these guys off screen. We'd rather not shoot them off screen, especially not at that camera angle, because where they are at that camera angle, they're actually really close, and it decides to mess up your auto aim in the process as well. So that's why whenever we're at that angle, I just run off and just start shooting. Yeah, they spawn about as fast or as high as your combo will go. So the key for the box gives us one of the necessary components to be able to get to the underwater area. Now that we're in here, we got more pterodactyls to dodge. Mechanics ID card is one of the things we need. This whole room is all luck as well. Well, I guess these are pteranodons. Because we got the key to the box. We're going to run back out here, kill as many plesiosaurs as the game will allow us to. By the way, the amount of points that I get in this entire playthrough is enough to buy literally every weapon, and then some. It is also good for farming up points if you want to get the rest of the characters from the Dino Coliseum. So opening this will give us the code, the elevator security code, which is 5420. This next room coming up here is kind of a motherfucker. So as a result, this segment is not going to be very long. The code for the elevator, by the way, is completely random. Well, not completely random. It's like one of 8 possible solutions. And just going to the boat and opening the box will actually tell you exactly what solution the game is seeded to give you.
Reactivating main power. Please check computer until power is supplied to all devices. Warning. When power is overloaded, this reactivation process will be suspended.
There's not much to this minigame here, just be swatting the lights.
Main power reactivation restored.
But upon taking the freight elevator underwater...
Warning. Object blocking elevator shaft. Emergency shutdown.
got ourselves a pretty big problem. So Regina's got a shitty little needle gun and also a shockwave, which can incapacitate these guys. There was no reason for me to jump, by the way. All it did was increase the amount of time that it took me to get to the bottom. In general, just probably shouldn't jump in this room. Once we get into the save area here, we're going to buy the only weapon that Regina can get down here, and that is the aqua grenade. And the aqua grenade is absolutely necessary to be able to clear the area, because you need it to knock down a pillar. I'm just using the shockwave to stun these guys so I can walk around them. In a lot of cases, if your objective is to simply get out of the room, it's better to not kill dinosaurs. Always. It's better to try to stun them, it's better to try to keep them under control and then move. Just do whatever you need to do to disable them and move forward. Because as long as they're not dead, you can at least guarantee that they will stay right where they are. I believe these guys are called mosasaurs. They can spawn above you, below you. As a result, I always take specific routes to get around them. So there's a mosasaur can come out of the hole where we are to the left, but he spawned behind me this time. Just let him get real close and then I stunned him. They don't spawn too terribly often, I don't think. Okay, there they are again. Stunned both of them, and as soon as I stunned both of them, I got them both synced together. And then a little spin around and another stun just to sync up their stun timers so that I can jump all the way over here. And if the game decides to auto-aim towards them, then I can either stun them, or if it auto-aims towards the column, I'll shoot the column. We gotta shoot this column here with the aqua grenade. Of course I spun around immediately. Looking for little buddy right there. Got them both. But if most of them spawn infinitely anyway, then it's like, what's the point? Forget it, just go. So now we got the plug. We can head back through this area. There's going to be a mosasaur on the camera angle after this one. So I put my back over to that divider there, and then I hit stun immediately. The second mosasaur is going to come out of the top left. If it does, but it just kind of didn't. No big deal. So we're going to jump over here, use the plug, and then we're going to save our game. Oh yeah, there was another Dino file up on the surface, but I already mentioned that I missed it, and that I'd be coming back for it later. Couple of quick shockwaves to stun both of them. I wasn't sure whether I was able to hit the other one, so I'm kind of walking backwards just to see if he comes around the corner, but I was able to hit both of them from the looks of it. Because if I didn't, he would have come around the corner faster. In order to get through this room again, we're just going to stay low, keep on the same route. I decided to just go ahead and make a save here so that the run back from this boss fight wouldn't be quite as bad. Although, you know, it's a little bit difficult to define precisely what is a boss in this game, because you can just run around most of them. There's the city key card that we came here for. And then another Dino file for Plesiosaurus. This room is actually quite difficult. I struggled with it quite a bit.
The third energy reactor has been damaged. The third energy reactor has been damaged. Switching to emergency power. Areas will be locked to prevent explosions.
So once we get on this camera angle over here, we're going to go exactly this far and pop this guy out. This isn't a plesiosaur, by the way. This is a cliposaurus. A no-cliposaurus. Because look at that, he's like no-clipping through everything. Just try to go back through here as quickly as humanly possible. His head's going to come down, he tries to attack us, we're going to counter him. That's about the only way that I've found to consistently get around this section. Then we jump over here, we're going to auto-aim towards his head. As soon as we see said head, apparently he's going to miss. Huh. It was actually a fluke. I do wish I knew a consistent way for not taking any damage in this room, but it's alright. We're just going to bust open the glass, and we're going to head all the way over this way, and now he is stuck. And we can just loop him over and over again. And upon doing so, we're able to kill him. And we even get a no damage bonus in this room. Goddamn Cliposaurus.
Welcome back. How's the water?
I don't recommend the diving in this resort.
Hey, this is David. Is anyone there? Answer me, over!
I knew you were alive.
Yo, Dylan! I found survivors here!
Really? We're about to give up. Where are you?
The place is Edward City. Hurry! They're...
David! David!
Edward City. That's not far from here. Let's go.
So now we're in control of Dylan again. We can head back to the ship and buy the anti-tank rifle, then save our game. But we also need to get the chain mine. Also the solid cannon. I get the solid cannon now in order to deal with Oviraptors a little easier. We're going to go ahead and equip the anti-tank rifle immediately. Then save our game to get ready for the next segment. Also, because we got mad kill streaks against the plesiosaurs earlier, we're going to be encountering blue raptors in this room. If you got the AT gun, you can actually go ahead and kill them here if you want. But I mostly just use this to knock them all over. Trying to group them. Right about now, I would actually say that it's probably worth it to go ahead and kill these 2 blue raptors for the express purpose of being able to get a larger stock for the anti-tank gun. You're also going to make all of your money back in the AT ammo that you expended to kill them.
Look, this is David's mark.
That's very cautious of him.
That's how you survive. Let's look for another mark.
Okay, let's split up then.
So these guys are here. We're going to knock them all out of the way. Sometimes they'll just spawn right in front of you, just camera angles and all. The only thing that can really knock them over and get them out of your way is chain mines, so just make sure that you're lined up correctly before you do. That one just spawned right behind me. What an asshole. And that one just spawned right in front of me. What an asshole, too. The spawn positions of these guys are pretty bogus. They are also not worth shooting under any circumstances. By the way, there is a water level and there is a lava level. Did you know that this is a video game? This is a pretty hard section coming up here. By the way, that food toys thing right there to the left of the save point on the wall can actually be seen in pretty much every Capcom survival horror game, Resident Evil 2 and beyond. It's in Resident Evil 0, it's in Resident Evil 3, it's in Resident Evil 2. Pretty sure I've seen it in Dino Crisis 1 as well. I bet the developers loved McDonald's. You know, next time I have a developer commentary interview, I should probably ask where the food toys came from. I'm going to get to the bottom of this mystery.
Regina.
Go, Regina! Head towards that control tower. I'll cover you. This must be their nest. I can't handle this by myself. Use that signal bullet. I'll blast a big one to the place you point to.
Right!
So now that we got the signal bullet, which is going to call down a hail of gunfire from your partner character, as soon as we gain control, I just start mashing the sub-weapon button immediately so that we can take out this Allosaurus. You only have to deal with finite Allosaurus spawns, but getting them set up in these areas is actually quite difficult. We don't got to worry about one spawning behind us here, at least not at this camera angle. But after we run to the far right of the container, blow it up, we climb the ladder immediately.
Nice backup. Your turn.
Okay, you better have good aim.
Once we gain control of Dylan here, we got to start using the AT rifle. Which actually, as it turns out, I don't think I even bought the ammo capacity upgrade for. Because this is the only part where I actually like actively start shooting anything. I just shot them to get them out of the way because it would actually make going to the ladder here much safer. You can take the hit if you want, obviously. No one's telling you you have to play this game no damage. I'm just showing you how to avoid it all. After we drop down here, there's going to be, you know, Velociraptor maybe in front of us, but because he was right in front of me, I just panic shot. I don't destroy this this container over here because if we do, then it's actually going to make it difficult for Regina to dodge the Allosauruses later. Climb the ladder, got around.
That was close. Your turn now.
Gonna wait for these guys to climb their little platform here. Now that they've done that, we can go ahead and pop off the signal rocket here and just run straight for the ladder. Done. Easy peasy cheesy. We're a mile ahead of them.
Good job. Let's go.
I'm not gonna need this anymore.
So we're loading the AT gun. I was just checking to see if there was the EPS gold card yet. But that's not until like way later. Like way later.
Regina, look. Over here. It's horrible. Who would have done this?
Dylan, over here.
Oh no, the pre-rendered Triceratops was still alive. Run! It's a not pre-rendered Triceratops. So for this section over here, the breakdown goes a little something like this. We're just going to shoot this guy in the head as much as possible until he goes off screen into the fog. I think it's the Mama Triceratops. The green Triceratops is the Mama Triceratops. The daddy Triceratops, the brown one, comes around the corner. He likes to hide in the bushes. Whenever he goes to hide in the bushes, just focus all your fire on the green Triceratops until you hear him come out of the bushes. Then shoot brown. Once he pops out of the bushes, you shoot brown. Otherwise, focus on green. There, he popped out. Shoot brown. And then after you shoot brown once, then you focus on green, and then you check to see if brown is going to come after you again. And just sort of repeat that cycle. So green. Be on the lookout for brown, shoot brown, green again. Is brown gonna come back? No. Okay, he's back in the bushes. Focus on green. Brown. Focus on green. Just because green will always charge after brown attacks. Always, always, always. He will always charge without fail after brown attacks. He is always going to be the next one that's going to attack you. So after green is dead, brown is just going to get up in our face and we just wax him, and he's done.
Too close for comfort.
Yeah, that was some cool driving. Hey, Regina, in front! Watch out! Let's go.
Right.
These people were the only ones left. There aren't any survivors now.
So we failed. How could we let everyone die?
Look, we still have the mission to retrieve the data on third energy research.
Dude, even if we get the data, how do we get back to our time? The activator for the gate has been destroyed, right?
That's why we need that data. If we study it, we might be able to build another gate to go back.
Fine. Let's split up and search the town for the data.
David? Let's go.
Okay.
So when we come in here, there's going to be no pterodactyls or anything, but there will be pterodactyls later, so we're just going to check under the Jeep for the Oviraptor file. Living quarters key is in here. We're going to make our save. Still got our ammo from before the Triceratops segment. Now that we're here, now that we're back outside, we gotta equip the solid cannon now. Solid cannon is gonna be Dylan's best method for dealing with these guys. Because if one of them flies into one of our blue balls, then they too also get blue balls and they have to stop. Then we're gonna keep running and gunning through here. Because these Oviraptors are just going to run right into the blue balls as well. Then we're going to use the living quarters key. By the way, the tank sequence, totally possible to do no damage, and I'm going to show you how. It's consistent even.
Oh man, this is just what I don't need. Okay, I got a big surprise for you.
So on hard difficulty, the trick is as such. Whenever there is a container in front of you, we fire the main gun and the flash cannon at the same time, but we always start with a flash cannon. But yeah, container, gun, flash cannon at the same time. Gun, flash cannon, boom, stun. Just like press the buttons at the same time. Now we're back here. Boom, stun. Not a problem. Just trying to move in a straight line. The fastest way from point A to point B is always in a straight line. And now the Velociraptor, or the Tyrannosaurus, is going to be right behind us. We're going to pop him in the face a few times while moving directly away from him, because once he gets up to this point, he's going to divert his attention away from us in order to go to a place where he actually can walk, except he can't hit us over here. We're just going to chill out in this corner, and we're going to angle ourselves so that we can run away from him after we pop him a bunch of times. He's about to fall asleep in a second. Like after he got stunned, that's when I decided to reorient the tank so that I could start moving. There, now that he's gone back, he's just like, yeah, a little drowsy, you know. And then we're gonna go over here where he also cannot hit us. He actually can't hit us here, even if we're facing long ways towards him. He won't hit us. So really, the whole way to get around him is just cheese the fuck out of him. And now that he's on the ground, he's laying down, we can just move the rest of the way, and we don't got to worry about him because he actually will not follow us around this corner. Rather, he won't get up fast enough. And that's how you do the tank section on hard mode without taking a hit. Ta-da!
What happened?
My sister's necklace. This necklace belonged to my sister who passed away.
What?
This can't be possible. It looks so much like the one my sister used to wear.
What do you mean?
Well, I was a very different person before I joined the army. Just a worthless street thug. At the time, I was in a gang, and one day our rivals forced their way into my house. I wasn't home, but my mom and sister were. And they were... well, they're gone. And after that, I joined the army, and have spent every day trying to make up for the past.
Come on, let's go back to the patrol ship. We have no business here now.
I found a gas mask over there. We could use it to get into the deadly poison zone in the jungle. Let's go.
So over here is when I made the choice to head back to the third energy area in order to collect the Dino file that I missed earlier, but I'm also going to be grinding on some plesiosaurs here. Also, by this point in the run, because I was actually watching every single cutscene, I'm pretty sure that's the reason why I went over time in order to get S rank. So I hope you can forgive me. So for the next, like, 5 minutes or so, 5-10 minutes or so, it's just going to be grinding on plesiosaurs. You can feel free to, like, skip through it if you want. I myself am actually going to use this opportunity to take a break while the commentary is still recording, and I will be back momentarily. Hey, is this thing on? Okay. Well, I'm back. By coming back here, you get an additional 2 passes for each room to kill all these fucking plesiosaurs. Looks like it was a max 20 this pass. Oh yeah, so I didn't mention earlier, I bought the EPS gold card, and buying the EPS gold card gets you twice as many points. So it allows you to buy the rocket launcher very, very easily for use against the Gigantosaurus at the end of the game. I could have even bought the missile pod for Regina if I wanted to, but I didn't. So over here we're going to turn on step. We're going to equip these submachine guns. Trying to do just a little bit to see if I can't make the rooms with the pteranodons more consistent. I think my strat here has just become try to get to this junction and just walk backwards, start firing, and whenever I kill a couple of them, just turn and run forward and hope that they don't swoop down and get me. And for this over here, just hug the container as much as possible. They won't come after you. The door is already open. You're about to see firsthand why coming into this camera angle is bad. If you didn't already, my auto-aim got a little mucked up. Once again, same deal. It locked onto another one, and it didn't even... Shots didn't even register that time. Probably because I was too close to them. It's always just better to just keep going in between the same, like, 3 camera angles. And maybe only trigger that camera angle if it becomes next to impossible to get any more. But because of the EPS silver card earlier, we actually have plenty of time. The max for this room was 22. We're gonna run around the console here, run to the other side. There sure is a file. There sure is a Dino file. Then we get one more pass of these plesiosaurs. Another 100,000 points easy. Between the last 2 times we made a pass of these plesiosaurs. Max combo this pass, I think, is 22. $44,000 points that time. Now we just have to worry about getting around these pteranodons. Trying to equip the submachine guns here. Try to get stun on all of them. Usually shooting them makes them circle around a little more. That seems like it could be a slightly better strategy for dealing with these guys, or at least like trying to group them. If only there was a way to stun all of them. That'd be pretty nice. But now we're all done with the second pass through this area. Figure I'll leave my resume timestamp after this save here. I'll mark that down so I can make sure that I put that in there whenever I edit this video later. Okay, to 1340. Cool. I accidentally went out the door. Now we're going to go all the way back to the jungle. We're all caught up on the Dino files. And we also got a metric shit ton of points with which to buy whatever we want. Or hell, even save them for Dino Coliseum. Wasn't really a whole lot of reason for me to equip this handgun, was there? Except all of Regina's weapons otherwise are all two-handers. I think the heavy machine gun is a two-hander, so I would never be able to equip. So I'd never be able to equip the stun gun as well. But whatever, doesn't matter. Equipped the submachine guns so that we can get around these raptors. We're just going to fire directly in front of us. Actually, those are blue raptors because we were too busy streaking the plesiosaurs earlier that these guys decided to spawn in this room. But after we skip past all those, now we got just regular raptors in these rooms. Try to spin around, keep these guys stun locked, and then run our asses into the poison gas area. So now I'll be making a save over here. This is going to be the only save we get before the first fight with the Gigantosaurus. Gigantosaurus, whatever. We'll keep our submachine guns equipped for now so that we can get around the Velociraptors in this next room. Just using these to keep these guys stunned, keep them under control. We're going to move forward a little bit, and once we hit this camera angle, we're going to spin around. Just aim backwards, and then we'll spin around again, head to the stairs. Quick turning with R2. Then equipping the handgun and the stun gun to prepare ourselves for the boss fight. Now there's going to be the final Dino file right there.
You again? Persistent thing, aren't you? Dylan, you scared me. I finally found the third energy data disk.
Great. Now we can get out of here. I brought the patrol ship around behind the building. Come on, let's go. What? It's our Cyclops friend again.
It can't be. That T-Rex is already...
Attack on missile launcher confirmed. Activating emergency interception mode. Missile will launch in 10 minutes. Evacuate immediately.
The computer's malfunctioned.
This is not good. Where's the control panel for the missile?
It's inside the warhead. I'll go in and shut off the controller. You go ahead and evacuate.
Okay. You be careful.
Warning. Access to missile launcher are closed.
So to start off the fight, we're going to hit this valve, and then we're going to hit it with the stun gun, or to set it on fire. We gotta run wide, well, run short, I should say. Sort of take the corner pretty tight, and then run to the wide side of the room. Or maybe I just only take that corner tight. Yeah, okay. I'll rephrase that. In order to not get hit by the Giganotosaurus, you have to take some pretty tight lines. So I walk around the center of the path, and then I cut close on the corner so that he swings at me, and then he misses, and then I go around to the other side of the valve, hit it, then use the stun gun, then rinse and repeat. He always roars whenever I run into this corner because of the spacing. So same thing, take that corner tight. He swung, he missed. We hit the valve from the other side. The reason why I went the other side is because it was closer faster way to get the
Attention.
cutscene,
Access to missile launch are open.
wherein the Giganotosaurus would take damage. Don't gotta worry about him waking back up, so all we got is one more puzzle. Honestly, kind of wondering why they made this whole section 10 minutes. I don't think that it is a section of gameplay that is even like that difficult to complete in like 5 minutes. But whatever. 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Doesn't really make much of a difference. "10 minutes is like a lot, though, I think. Man, that had to be reinforced glass. How did Regina pop through that?
Attention. Missile destroyed. Warning. Warhead armed. Evacuate immediately.
The next segment is going to be the second to last segment, and it is pretty long. The first section is fortunately not too difficult, just gotta make sure that we equip the chain mine and get around the I don't know what these guys are called. The fucking naked mole rats or whatever they are. Is there a dinosaur person in chat who can actually tell me the names of these guys? Dude, nobody? Nobody knows. Huh.
Are you okay, Regina? Get on, quick! Oh, give me a break, man! We're dead! We have to get as far away from this place as possible. Let's head down the river.
Inostransevia. I think that's how it's pronounced.
Great, the water gate's closed. We can't go any further.
Wait, there's a valve. Maybe we can open the gate manually.
Whoa! Let the men handle this. Let's go, bro.
Fine. You boys, play nice now.
Okay, up there.
Right.
Well, here goes.
So the trick to this area is if a dinosaur spawns on the platform to the top left, he's going to take a little bit of extra time to hit David. So what we're going to do is we're always going to stun the dinosaur on the right, then hit the dinosaur on the bottom until he's dead, because it actually takes the longest time for the cursor to travel to the bottom than it does to travel towards the right or the left. It's really just about like optimizing where your cursor is going to be when shooting these guys. So stun him, kill him because he's too close to David, shoot him again. The actual part of the crosshair that actually triggers the hit scan for firing the gun is like slightly below the center of the crosshair, I think.
I rule! Bingo! Dylan, let's go back.
Watch out!
I'll save you, bro!
And that was the story of David Dinosaur Hunter.
You?
Home?
What did you say?
Home.
I don't understand. You want me to come with you?
So the Paula escort mission over here. Here's how I handle this. I equip the flame wall, because every single dinosaur that spawns here always goes after Paula. We don't gotta worry about Dylan. It's all about trying to keep them away from Paula. Using the flame wall, these guys will take damage from only the flame wall and not from the solid cannon. So really what we are doing is we're just using the flame wall in order to group them together or keep them away for exactly long enough that we can set up a ball from our solid cannon in order to get them to run right into it. We only got to deal with oviraptors in this entire section for a whole 3 rooms. But basically, the flame wall is just a gigantic oh shit button with a large hitbox. It doesn't always work, but it works for exactly long enough for us to determine precisely what we are doing. Like that, see? Yeah, Dylan's such an overprotective dad that he's going to set his own daughter on fire. Just to save her. Fire does indeed cleanse all. But yeah, the basic strategy, flame wall and just finish them off with the solid cannon. We can also bully Paula around a little bit if we're not careful. So when setting up the flame wall, try to do it closer to her side, if at all possible. Because like I said, the hitbox on that thing is absolutely massive. So even if it doesn't look like they're going to hit, it's probably going to hit. Like that. There's going to be two Oviraptors coming from the front, but they're both coming from different directions, so a single solid cannon shot is probably not going to protect you for long enough. They're like the red Oviraptors too, so they got a lot of HP. While Paula is climbing, we're going to just stand right here and just have Paula go as far as possible. Because when she does that, she actually skips an Oviraptor spawn. But we still got to make sure that we're ready. Oh man, I almost lost it there. But it's a good thing that our flame wall is still a pretty competent oh shit button. Rule number 1 of no damage runs. Always look for an oh shit button. It may not be the most resource-friendly option, but an oh shit button will save the run. Alright, so Velociraptors are back. We gotta equip the shotgun. And we also gotta run into that, that tripwire right there. It doesn't cause any damage to us. We just had to run into it in order to be able to flip these switches, because we wouldn't be able to do it any other way. I think every time we hit the switch, it always sets us up to be able to just quick turn and run directly for the ladder as well. But now we got the shotgun, we got the flame wall here too. So the flame wall is going to be good for stunning these Velociraptors in case we need it, especially because it doesn't kill them outright. It's actually really understated how good flame wall is. For now, I'm just hitting the flame wall, trying to get them to climb all the way up there, because that camera angle is actually really awkward. Because if I can get them all up there with me, and I hit a flame wall, then it keeps them there for a little longer. Like that, see? They get about a second of stun immunity after getting hit by the flame wall, though. Depends on what enemy they are trying to track. The flame wall, unfortunately, does not work with the pterodactyls. The pterodactyls are too high. And over here is the area that gives us the rest of the game's plot. We could buy this rocket launcher. We'll also recharge our solid cannon. But because I have so much money here, I decided that 50 rockets is not enough. 250 rockets is not enough. Not even 370. Well, okay, I guess 370 rockets is enough. But yeah, that's the trick. Farm smart. Don't farm every single room. If you don't gotta.
Welcome, Lieutenant Morton.
A hologram? Well, how does he know my name?
There's not much time left, so I'll explain it short and simple. On August 10th, 2055, our Noah's Ark plan became successful.
Year 2055? What's he talking about?
To save the dinosaurs, we transferred the dinosaurs to this time, 3 million years ahead of our time.
What? 3 million years? Then you're from...
But there was another accident when we were about to go back. The gate disappeared and we were stranded in this time.
Then this is the future.
There was no way for us to survive in this world, where dinosaurs now rule. We, the remaining survivors, hurried to recover the gate. But it's too late now. My wife, Julia, was killed by the dinosaurs, and my loving child, she was hurt. Badly. Paula.
Paula? Is that your name?
Papa.
My only mission now is to protect my group. I have kept Paula and the other children safe by putting them inside life support chambers. Please, take the children back to your time. And now, I should introduce myself. I'm former Special Forces Trad member, Colonel Dylan Morton.
What? You're myself in the future? Then you're my...
Papa.
We don't have much time left. There's a gate behind the door. You can use it to return to your time. gate is not complete yet. You'll be able to use it only once. Please, say hello to Regina for me. I'm counting on you, Lieutenant.
Now we're just headed back to save one last time so that we don't gotta watch that entire cutscene again. So right about here, also recharging the solid cannon, and because this is actually probably the single hardest section of the game to get a no damage on, I also bought a shit ton of resuscitation packs so that I could practice the whole section without having to reload my save. Man, I wish that they would have made the S rank time like under 2 hours and 30 minutes instead of under 2 hours. Or made it like score based or something. Because speedrunning this game is way too easy. Also, I didn't realize that you could heal with resuscitation packs until very recently. Like straight up, if you don't have any more healing items, you can actually use a resuscitation pack in the menu and it'll heal you up completely. So the final screen is the Giganotosaurus.
The self-destruct system has been manually activated. Detonation in 5 minutes.
What? You turned it on. Not now.
So first up, we run up to the end of the bridge here, and then once we get to the third pontoon, before anything else, we're going to equip the solid cannon, and we're going to pop once. So that way he's stunned, and his next action is always going to be to take out the bridge. While we're doing that, we're going to run directly over to the control panel here in as straight a line as we can. After we do that, we're going to spin around, he's going to roar, and he's going to knock us down, and then we equip the rocket launcher. Because the Giganotosaurus has what is called a rage mode, just like the Allosauruses, whenever you shoot them, they turn red. It's the same thing with the Giganotosaurus. If you shoot him too many times, then he will just like go ham with an unblockable infinite combo.
Target is set.
Also, if you hold the aim button, then he actually can't knock you down. I forgot to mention that. You know what's funny is I don't even think that I needed this this upgrade after all. It just looks like when he's about to attack, I just counter with a rocket launcher. I only need to fire off 2 rockets, didn't I? Wow, what the hell? I guess you don't need a single weapon upgrade at all to do this game no damage. GG. By the way, in case you were wondering, no, it is not possible to kill the Giganotosaurus with anything. All you can do is stun it with the rocket launcher. Sure is dead as shit, though.
It's okay. Regina!
Are you alright?
Yeah, we don't have much time left. Let's use this gate and get out of here. Whoa! Paula! No! No!
Papa.
Paula.
Dylan, what are we gonna do? If we don't go now, we'll never get back.
Regina, the gate is open. I know you don't want to, but you have to go back by yourself. I won't leave Paula.
Are you crazy?
Just go, please. You have the third energy data, right? When you get back to our original time, use the data to learn about third energy. Then build a perfect gate and come pick us up for the last time.
Dylan. I will. I promise.
Final warning. 10 seconds to detonation.
Don't forget, you still owe me one.
Well then, you better get back quick.
Man, this game was ended on a straight up cliffhanger, wasn't it? Anyhow, this was Dino Crisis 2, no damage. I don't know if I'm ever going to come back and do this game no save, no damage, because it was pretty random the whole time, just doing segmented. I'm sure maybe if I tried, I could probably work a little harder to find some more consistent strategies, but for now, I'm good with this. Anywho, if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, check out my other videos. I do a lot of other no-damage playthroughs of Resident Evil games and other survival horror games, what have you. For all of you guys who have been waiting for a commentated Dino Crisis 2 video, thank you very much for being patient. This commentary was recorded live in front of a studio audience at twitch.tv/carcinogensda. Say hi, Twitch chat. I stream on Twitch full time, so if you want to check it out there. Watch as I record all these runs. You can do so at twitch.tv/carcinogensda. For notifications of when videos are going to go up, be sure to check out my Twitter at carcinogensda and also join the Discord server at discord.gg/carcinogensda. If you want to support my content monetarily, support my bad speedrunning and no damage habits, you know, you can do so at patreon.com/carcinogensda. For as little as $1 a month, you will get early access to all of my videos, and for $5, you can get access to work-in-progress videos, which I'm going to try to get better at commentating everything as I go along so that I can upload more work-in-progress videos. But anyways, that's it. The next thing that I should hopefully upload, I'm working on a Parasite Eve no damage run right now. So you'll hopefully see that in the near future. Now we're at the results screen. Clear time 2:30. All Dino files collected. Rank A because I didn't get under 2 hours and 20 minutes. But we unlocked everything. I don't even think you get anything for getting a rank S. Maybe on hard mode you get something for rank S. I think if I come back to speedrunning this game, I'm going to do it on hard mode because hard mode just hasn't been done yet. Bonus awards you get. EPS Platinum card. You get Dino Coliseum. And also you get to use your leftover points to go buy things in Dino Coliseum. So by default I could already buy Rick, I could buy Gale, I could buy Tank, which is straight up the best because it just runs over everything. It just shits on everything. And that's it. So thank you guys very much for watching, and I will see you all next video.